Hey, what's up, everybody? So, welcome back to Lando's Lessons. Just a quick update. I'm gonna try to post at least twice a week now, so be a little bit more consistent or add a little bit more responsibility. If I can do more, that's great, but honestly, when it comes to content, I like to mull things over, so my process is a little bit slower. I don't think I'm an everyday type of guy right now, but I'd like to get to that point. But yeah, so expect something a little bit later, either late this weekend or early next week. But I definitely want to put this out there now because it is fresh on the mind. After a very eventful night, pun intended. After you hear what I say, so went to an event last night. There's the pun. Anyway, and got me thinking. It was an incredible time. I won't go into deep, detail. Don't need you charting out my life, but it was something that I had dreamed about for quite a while. It was a performance that I'll never forget. And basically, while driving home, had a thought, something that popped in my head. And compared to where I was years ago now, or soon to be years ago, as far as sobriety is concerned, um, it's very eye opening to realize that I have had so many once in a lifetime experiences throughout the last decade. Certain concerts, comedy sets, sporting events, things of that nature. But I don't remember a lot of them. I thought at the time I was living in the moment. And unfortunately, a lot of those memories are tainted due to alcohol and excessive drinking, to be frank, at the events, pre gaming, and then having stuff while there. Um, Early on, just getting stoned before because getting stoned makes everything better. And that's the mindset that I and other people had that I was around, and it it just ruined the experience as far as memory is concerned, as far as looking back fondly on these once in a lifetime experiences. And it it absolutely sucks. It does. I wish I could go back and tackle the issues that I'm tackling now sooner, but those moments, as much as I regret them, got me to this point here. I would not have made these decisions, or at least made them with such conviction, unless I reached that breaking point, the point of involuntary, um, not confinement, but rehab, um, uh, being dealing with SI and tearing apart my relationships with my family and those I care about. All that was what built up to this moment where I realized enough was enough. That being said, it's something to look back on, all these cherished moments that are forever tainted due to my addictions, due to my habits at the time. And it's crazy to think about where I am now, where when I'm doing something, I purposely try to live in that moment. I am actively participating. I'm avoiding my phone as much as possible. I am soaking in every moment and visual. It's it's completely and utterly different than where I used to be. And I know a lot of y'all who have dealt with addiction, who have dealt with drug and alcohol issues, who have dealt with toxic relationships, either even that can get in the way of the experience. Just a quick side note: when I was at the show, the event, basically there was a couple arguing behind us, and just completely ruining their own experiences because they were so caught up in, certain things that were happening. And I'm sure, I don't know anything about it. I'm sure, there's history and reasoning and all that behind it. But that's what I mean by toxic relationships, getting in the way of these moments that you are there to participate in, you are there to remember and make memories of. It there are so many things that can get in the way of that. Heck, you can do it to yourself with being in your head and ruminating. But for me in particular, a lot of those issues stem from my addiction and stem from lack of self-esteem, where I was so worried about what other people thought about me and how I looked that I couldn't enjoy the event. I remember when I was younger, there was a rave, and I'm a big dude, and it was very concerning to me of how other people saw me. I couldn't just enjoy myself. I couldn't dance like nobody's watching, if you will. I was so caught up in looking a certain way or being just uh, um, being judged. And what I've come to realize is no one really cares. Everyone has these thoughts, but mine and a lot of yours are crippling to the point where it is taking away from how you live your life, which is going to be another video I make as far as how lack of self-esteem or self-judgment can get in the way of opportunities. That's something that will be coming down the pipeline. But I say all this to say, if you are treating yourself, because I wish I could do all the events I want to, but funding is limited, time is limited. I have a little bit more time because of my job situation, but even then, there's only so much you can do. And I've missed out on so many memories, so many moments because other things got in the way. And it all started with the choice to, you know, make this a lot better, whether it's pre-gaming or whether it was getting extremely fucking high on weed or marijuana, whatever you want to say, before the event. It's or both, hell. And it was the ultimate distraction. As far as I thought it was great at the time. I remember it being fun immediately. But guess what? I look back on it now and they are wasted to a degree. There's no like I don't want to say enjoyment, but nostalgia, I guess, for these moments because they are simply lost to the throes of addiction. So I went to this event and thoroughly enjoyed it. It's something that I will never forget. And thankfully, it's because I made the decision I made years ago. And that's why I wanted to share this for anyone who is going through, these type of things, whether it be the addiction, whether it be toxic relationships, whether it be self-esteem issues. It does get better. You will have to put in the work to overcome these things, obviously, but I say these to say it is completely and utterly worth it. At the end of the day, we only have one life to live, and living it filled with distractions and deterrents from having a good time is not the wise decision. Don't make the same mistakes I have. At the end of the day, it just leads to regret and almost self like I that's a good way of putting it. Fear of missing out, and I did it to myself. It wasn't that I didn't go to the event; it's that I went to the events drunk as fuck or high or whatever, and now they're gone out of my memory, and I hate it. Even the videos that I used to have, unfortunately I lost a lot of them. I look at them and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't remember this. And it's just like, oh, okay, that fucking blows. And now, with the event I went to, I think I probably recorded. I didn't even take a photo. I think I recorded maybe two things. Like I wanted to make sure that I can enjoy every moment of it, and that it would stick to right here. It wasn't about capturing the moment for public viewing on social media or reliving it through videos, because I was there and I was present for basically every moment of it. And it's something that, once again, I'll never forget. So don't hinder yourself, don't handicap yourself. For those who deal with toxic relationships and self esteem more so than the addiction, there are ways to overcome this. There are conversations to be had with others where you lay it out in brutal honesty, you set your boundaries, and you determine your next moves based off their response and their reply. For those who ruminate, like myself as well, just it's hard to say, or easy to say, don't get caught up in that. It's so easy to say that, but just remember that no one cares what you are doing, how you look, because at the end of the day, they have the same worries and concerns. The same worries and concerns. So live your best life, because once again, we only get one of them anyway. And we might as well take it full advantage of it so that we can look back with bright eyes and a smile on our face and say, that was a genuine, great moment of my life. Don't get too caught up. Anyway, keep this one brief. I thank you for being here. Know that you are loved. Know that you are valued. Know that you are appreciated. And that, most importantly, you are not alone. I thank you for your time. If you have any fond memories or events of your past that you look on and cherish, or just something that you've been dreaming of doing, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But I'm going to go ahead and go for now. Thank you for checking out Lando's Lessons, and y'all have a wonderful day, all right? Keep your head up. Bye.